Hey, if you want to get back to having strong, reliable erections and you want to know how long that process is going to take, well, today what I'm going to do is break down for you what you need to know about the sexual performance scale and where you are, and the things that you need to know as far as what can slow you down and what can speed you up in terms of figuring out how long this process will take. Because hey, my name is Brian, aka Uncle B, and for the last 20 years I've been a sexual performance coach with African Fly, the liquid aphrodisiac. And during that time, of course, I'm going to get this question: how long does it take to get my erections back? And of course, it depends on you, but here are some general guidelines that you can use, specifically how to find out where you are on a scale of 1 to 10, how your body works towards getting those healthy erections, how long it takes, and those little things that you need to know in terms of what can speed you up, what can slow you down, and the intricacies in thereof. And as always, if you like what you hear, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and what I'm going to do is break this down till it cannot be broken anymore. All right, let's go through the sexual performance scale. It's something that we came up with African Fly so we can work with guys really quickly. And basically, it's on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, 10 being basically you having on-demand, spontaneous, and reliable erections, and a 1 being basically nothing is work. You're just straight impotent. And most guys that we're working with is between a 5 and a 7. Just basically, you're just unreliable. It depends on day to day. Now, where you are on this scale is like, you have to be honest with you about this because it's you. So, that sort of helps you figure out where you are and what you can do to move forward. It also is necessary to understand where you are in terms of, are you on an upward spiral or downward spiral? Upward spiral means you're doing the things you're supposed to do as far as sleep, getting your exercise in, getting your relaxation, and eating correctly. And the downward spiral is you just sort of gave up. You're just doing whatever. I'm going to sit on the couch. I'm going to watch this game. I'm going to eat whatever I feel like eating. If you're on an upward spiral, these things can help you out very quickly. If you're on a downward spiral, you have to do some more to change your lifestyle. If you're just doing stuff to maintain, over the long run, you are on the downward spiral because you are aging. And of course, the lower you are on this scale, the longer it's going to take for you to get back up. And getting and staying at a 10, that takes work the older you get. Because, let's just face it, when you're young, the testosterone masks everything. That's the reason why you could have some drinks and then go have sex. You could avoid sleep and go to work the next day without a problem. You could eat whatever you wanted to. Those days will eventually, hopefully, come to an end because you're going to get older. Yeah, that's a good thing. So let's just go through some basic facts about your body so we are on the same page. And basically, the thing you need to understand is that your penis is an indicator of your health. You have the smallest veins down there. And so if your body is not functioning correctly, that's one of the first indicators there is. So getting your erections back is about getting your health back. So, if you're using those Viagra or those gas station pills, or you're part of the magical pill cult where a pill can just cure anything, that's just wrong. You know that. They end up masking the problem and they can cause even more problems. And of course, medications themselves are a monkey wrench in all of this because they can cause all different types of issues that you weren't aware of. It's like, hey, I'm having a problem with my emotions. Well, take this pill and now you're having a problem with your erections. So let's go through some body facts. The lining of your stomach and intestine changes every 5 days. You get a new skin every 2 weeks. Your liver regenerates every 2 years. And most importantly, your hypothalamus, which sends a signal from your brain down to your testes to release more testosterone, happens every 60 to 90 minutes. That's pretty often. So let's break down how long it takes to get those erections back. How long it takes depends on, obviously, your testosterone, your blood flow. When it comes to your testosterone, we're talking about your sleep, what you eat, what level of stress you're at, and of course, the type of exercises that you're doing. When it comes to blood flow, we're talking about inflammation. That's what's stopping the blood from going through your body correctly throughout your entire body, including your penis. Let me just give you an example real quick. So if you are a 5, things are not working. It's just 50-50. You just don't know when you'll be functioning correctly. How can you move up the scale? Well, let's go ahead and break that down really quickly. You sleep for 9 to 10 hours, do intermittent fasting daily, eat a whole plant-based diet, lift heavy and do high intensity interval training at least 3 to 4 days a week. Use herbal tinctures, they're very helpful, and use meditation. Doing this process, if you're being consistent, and that's the key, being consistent, be honest with yourself, then you can move from a 5 to an 8 in 21 days. And let me break down how we came up with this math. So if you're sleeping from 9 to 10 hours, every extra hour that you're sleeping, you're increasing your testosterone by 15%. That testosterone kicks on at about 4 a.m. in the morning. So that's part of your circadian rhythm, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, you want to get those extra hours of sleep for that testosterone. Do intermittent fasting daily. You're not eating for 16 hours out of the day, and you're eating just during an 8-hour window, basically skipping breakfast, but that's going to increase your testosterone by 180%. When you lift heavy and you do high intensity interval training for those 3 to 4 days a week, you're just overall going to improve your testosterone. You're tearing the muscles, and as you sleep, your body's repairing those muscles, providing more testosterone. Use herbal tinctures. That's what African fly is. It can help move you up a point on the scale by itself, mainly if you're on the upward spiral. Meditate, because that's going to help reduce that stress, reduce that cortisol that's in your body, and cortisol is the enemy of testosterone. And of course, the bursting and burning of testosterone is what fuels an erection. And most importantly, eat a whole plant-based diet. And why I say that? Because when you eat a whole plant-based diet, you actually reduce the inflammation in your body by 28% in 3 weeks, in 21 days. Now, obviously there's some things that can slow down this process that you just need to be aware of. So if you have excess fat, yes, that's going to slow down this process. If you drink a lot of alcohol, that's definitely going to slow down the process because, hey, alcohol is a poison. It just happens to make you feel woozy. Stress definitely causes some issues with that. So you have to look to get rid of the stress and also use meditation to get rid of stress internally. High sugar, high insulin, that is going to lower your testosterone levels. How old you are makes a difference. I talk to guys who are 18-year-old and I talk to guys who are 81 years old. Obviously, there's going to be a difference in how quickly you can turn this around. And yes, there are some 18-year-olds and younger who are a 5. Constant masturbation. Yeah, I'll leave a link to the masturbation video that I did. But yeah, you're draining your sexual energy, your sexual power. And just be aware of the stimulation that's around you. When I say stimulation, I mean just in terms of, let's put it this way. When you were in high school, when you were in college, there were women around you all the time and they were looking good and they were talking about, hey, hooking up and things like that. You get into the workplace, you get older and that conversation changes. When I started working at AT&T, it was soccer moms and they were talking about babysitting and stuff like that. Nah, that's not sexy as much. So I recommend doing things like all day foreplay, just call up your girls, just talk sexy to each other. And if you can do it, just do travel time, go away, be away from the rut, be away from the daily grind, and that'll help a lot. So in conclusion, how long it takes to get back your erection depends on where you are on the scale and are you on the upward cycle or the downward cycle, because it's all about getting your health back. You can go from a 5 to an 8 in 21 days if you are consistently getting that sleep for 8 to 10 hours, do intermittent fasting daily, eat a whole plant-based diet, lift heavy and or do high intensity interval trainings 4 to 5 days a week, use herbal tinctures, and get that meditation in so you can reduce that stress. And of course, you don't have to always just shoot for a 10 and stretching yourself out for a 10 because that defeats the purpose. So the question of the day is there anything else you would add to this list? Go ahead and add that to the comment sections below. We need to learn from each other. So again, if you like what you heard, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that notification bell, hit the subscribe button. And this is Uncle B saying, get your game up. Peace out.